Wait. They OD'd and pooped on the floor? Ex-Veritas staffer claims James O'Keefe's party guest pooped on the floor. They OD'd and pooped on the floor? Wait, did they invite our girl, Caitlin Bennett? What in the world happened? What happened? James O'Keefe and Project Veritas, well known for their hard-hitting reporting on things like Antifa and Pfizer turning you into an alligator, and Bernie Sanders, communism, socialism. The left, well-known propaganda news outlet Project Veritas, that conservatives love and hold up as literal Jesus Christ reincarnate, for their highly edited and scripted and video series that they put out on certain topics of political opponents and enemies that they disagree with. Well known, who's recently lost their lawsuit against big news publications for accurately reporting on what they are, and are actively being investigated by the federal agencies and three-letter agents for their role in taking private material and information. And James O'Keefe, being the ringleader of this entire circus, is the person who made himself the head of the organization known as Project Veritas. But it seems like he has way less control and way less power than we may imagine, because this man has been put on paid leave. James is no longer, at this moment in time, working actively for Project Veritas, making their new propaganda outlets, making their new propaganda videos, because he's caused too many problems for Project Veritas and their profitability as of late. And at the moment, they can't deal with him, so they put him on leave. Let's read why. James O'Keefe, the founder and chairman of Project Veritas, has taken a paid leave from a conservative news outlet, and his board considers whether to remove him from his leadership position, according to the current and former employees of the organization. An internal message sent to Project Veritas employees by the organization's executive director, Daniel Strack, said that O'Keefe would be taking a few weeks of well-deserved paid time off. No, that's business talk. That's business talk for we can't have this guy in the office anymore. Just so you know, we're like, that's business talk. Forget this guy, get him out of it, get the fuck out of it. If you didn't know. An image of the message was shared by a source familiar with the organization's internal operations, and its authenticity was confirmed by a current employee. When reached for comment on his personal cell phone, O'Keefe said nothing in response and did not respond to follow-up calls and text messages. Though a Project Veritas spokesman, Strack later released a statement on behalf of the organization. Like all newsrooms at this stage, Project Veritas board of directors and management are constantly evaluating the best path forward for this organization. And the statement read, in part, it did not directly address questions about O'Keefe's employment status. There are 65 plus employees at Project Veritas dedicated to continuing the mission to expose corruption, dishonesty, waste, fraud, and other misconduct in both public and private institutions. The statement said, to our supporters, we hear you, we care about you, and we will never give up. We hear you. We hear you. You are heard. We're listening. You are heard. You matter. We care. We hear you. Like, okay. Man, they're starting to tweet like those big corporations that they're trying to take down for being left-wing indoctrination, BLM, leftist, neo-Marxist, homo-fascist. Seem like things aren't working out too well for him anymore. Love to see it. This is not a hate to see it. This is we love to see it type thing. O'Keefe and his O'Keefe is his organization's guiding ideological force and on-screen face, but the status of its day-to-day managing has become uncertain amid reports of internal turmoil, lawsuits from former employees, leaks about its internal workings, and the federal investigation into the conduct of purchasing a diary stolen from Ashley Biden. So yeah, that's what happened. So basically what happened is that there were people who are around the Biden family that like Project Veritas and other people know. Somebody like was stalking Ashley Biden for some time and stole like a book from her that turned out to be her diary, and Project Veritas bought it from like the black market, and now they're being investigated for like aiding and abetting with knowingly buying stolen material on political opponents, which is insane, I must say. Pretty wacky. The president's daughter. Strack internal message to employees made reference to what he called a distracting time, and said that the board meeting had been held to discuss the health of the organization, and that while we have not come up with a final solution, oh my gosh, we've not, oh no, they're coming, oh, they're making a final solution for James O'Keefe. No, James, no, you gotta get out of there, man. They're crazy. They're gonna set a hitman on him. No. We have not come up with final solutions yet. We have made a few immediate decisions. The message said two top Project Veritas executives, including the nonprofit chief financial officer, had been reinstated. Multiple sources said that the pair had recently been fired by O'Keefe. Oh no. The direction that he's taking the company seems to have angered the board of directors to the point where this may be a hostile takeover. This may be like a straight up hostile takeover from James O'Keefe because he keeps firing people. It will possibly firing them because of political differences and not because they're not doing good work. That's crazy. A meeting from the Project Veritas board is scheduled for Friday, when O'Keefe's potential removal is set to be discussed, according to one source familiar with the matter. The source said that Project Veritas was currently divided between a group of employees who perceived to be loyal to O'Keefe, including his communications officer, and the board, which has been dissatisfied with what it perceives to be O'Keefe's mismanagement. Matthew Tyrmand, a conservative journalist who serves on Project Veritas board, said he was about to walk into a meeting and could not talk when reached on the phone on Wednesday. When asked specifically about O'Keefe being ousted, he replies, I just said I was walking into a meeting and this is not the appropriate time. What don't you understand about that? And he did not respond to subsequent phone calls. Two other board members did not respond to phone messages. As rumors of O'Keefe's potential ouster circulated amongst his friends and enemies on Wednesday, his potential oh my gosh.
Pugnacious.
That's a crazy word. Pugnacious sounds like a word that was invented by a Disney animated show about anthropomorphic animals. And it's a pug who always loves being a pug, so he calls it pugnacious. You mean stinky? I think that's pugnant. I think that's repugnant. Or pungent. I think you're thinking of the word pungent. Pugnacious. Have you guys heard of the word pugnacious before? That's crazy. Same root. Stinky root. Pugnacious Twitter and Instagram accounts were silent. Project Veritas continued to promote the organization's latest stings, including a series of hidden camera videos captured at Pfizer scientists discussing what Project Veritas described as a dangerous gain-of-function research. This has been disproven, but it's not like facts has ever gotten in the way of conservative news cycles. You know that already. Pfizer was not conducting gain-of-function or research or directed evolution research. Just so you know, if you know what gain-of-function is, basically what they're saying is that the doctors 500 meters below the Pfizer headquarters in a all steel-clad, diamond-plated, lead-covered scientific bunker are shooting 50 quadrillion gigawatts into COVID-19 like virus strands that they have like strapped down with like leather straps, and they're just blasting it to see if they can get it to be more insane than what it already is. Basically, what it's like mad scientist type shit to try and get it to be an even worse virus that it already is, and they're saying that like Pfizer's trying to release a crazier version of COVID so they can like profit from making more vaccines or something. Right. You ever see that scene where Dr. Nefarious is blasting the original scene from the original Crash Bandicoot where like Dr. Nefarious is blasting Crash with the crazy rays and he turns into a wacky crazy boy? That's unironically what these people think is happening 500 meters below the crust of the earth under the Pfizer headquarters, and to make a crazy virus so they can make more money off of it. It's very stupid shit. Anyways, Adam Goldman, whose byline appeared in the multiple stories in the Biden diary case. Look how scared he is, O'Keefe says in his videos as Goldman holds up an iPhone to record their interaction. I'm an investigative reporter. Unlike you, you're a government stooge. O'Keefe says tauntingly as he calls Goldman a punk and a Fed boy. Fed boy? Yo, do you think we should start using that? Life has many doors, Fed boy. Oh no! In my country, you would not last 30 minutes, Fed boy. Come here, Fed boy. It's a funny word. Life has many doors, Fed boy. Me walking out of my Waco compound. Anyways. It's talking about one of the videos that they were doing. Another video posted in late January, O'Keefe accosted an investigative reporter from the New York Times. O'Keefe continued his confrontational act, long saying infighting in the Project Veritas headquarters. We're going to talk about this in a moment, because apparently his like wacky, weird, stupid, and instigatory nature isn't only for like play in the videos. It's just how he is. He's just that type of person, and this could honestly be one of the reasons why they're even thinking about kicking him out, because O'Keefe's outright cruel to Project Veritas employees, internal memos allege. I will say, if you work for Project Veritas, I do not feel bad for you for being the victim of outright cruelty by your boss. You deserve it. You work for Project Veritas. But if it tears the entire company apart, that's when you know it's a huge W. Huge W, if I'm going to be honest with you. To prove how stupid like Project Veritas and what like James O'Keefe has been doing, and like how duplicitous, underhanded, and just like literally lies that they've been spreading. Do you guys remember that do you guys remember that when they tried to like take down the Washington Post? Remember that? Remember how they had somebody come in to try to infiltrate the Washington Post? They tried for months to infiltrate their Washington Post, but it wouldn't work. Basically what happened is that Project Veritas sent over like this like Jamie Phillips person to try to infiltrate the Washington Post, to try to record them secretly in their offices to try to like edit together material to make them look bad, right? But the like lies that they kept telling, and they kept piling on top of each other. They basically what the Washington Post did that like thwarted the Project Veritas was just simple journalism. Send them as a reporter. No, what happened is that, remember the Roy Moore story? Remember the story of like Roy Moore, the guy who was who was working in the Trump administration, but it came out that he got banned from a mall because he would like stalk young girls all day, every day, to the point where like the security had to like stand outside and stop him from coming back in like Alabama. Remember that? Yeah, that guy. So basically what happened is that Project Veritas sent this one lady to say that she was like assaulted or something by Roy Moore. She was attacked by Roy Moore or something along those lines. And so the Washington Post was like, this could be an interesting story. Would you like to talk to us about it? But the woman was so stupid. She didn't have like any of the proper like understanding of what was going on, the situation. She couldn't prove that she like knew Roy Moore in any way, shape, or form. They like Project Veritas, who markets itself as a news organization, came up to the reality of a real news organization, and them thinking that they could just walk in the door and be like, Roy Moore put a cactus in my coochie when I was 12 or something, would get them to write like a whole story about it condemning Roy Moore. But like the fact that they asked like 4 questions made their whole story like fall apart. Right? And then afterwards, like the Washington Post did like a counter infiltration on Project Veritas, like completely shamed this girl, told everybody, showed everybody her face, told everybody her name, literally recorded her lying to the Washington Post about her story, posted it, she fucking disappeared, and James O'Keefe never talked about the story ever again. It was honestly one of the saddest, cringiest things I've seen in my entire life. They did get completely bodied, right? A woman approached the Washington Post with a dramatic and false tale about Roy Moore. She appeared to be part of an undercover sting operation. Look at this. I can't play all of this, but. Woman who falsely claimed the Washington Post that the Roy Moore impregnated her as a teenager appeared to work with an organization that used deceptive tactics to try to secretly record conversation with journalists in the effort to embarrass them. That is all Project Veritas does. That's their business model. That's the only thing that they do. And so they decided to have a talk with her.
The person that you said was your child, Taylor, and it says that that you're moving to New York, and that you've accepted a job to work in the conservative media movement to combat the lies and deceit of the liberal MSM. I'll be using my skills as a researcher and fact checker to help our movement. So I just wanted to ask you if you could explain this, and I also wanted to let you know, Jamie, that this is being recorded and video recorded.
Oh no! So this Washington Post researcher did something that the only reason why Project Veritas was taken aback by this was because they've never done research on something in their entire lives. Like, none of them there have ever looked into something, had any journalistic integrity for anything that they do. And that's why they hate actual journalists, because this is what happens when like losers like them come up with somebody who's a professional journalist who like does research and tries to figure out the truth. It's crazy. And so she tried to lie about her identity, but she obviously asked for like an ID and like other information for to identify her as like an actual person. And the second she like Googled her, that's what came up. I think that we should have a video on it somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly where it is. Then James O'Keefe, Project Veritas founder James O'Keefe, avoids reporters' questions. Yeah, after this happened, he like ran as far as possible from Washington Post because they couldn't. He was like, oh fuck, oh shit, fuck, oh I'm on.
How you doing? Are you James O'Keefe?
Why are you asking?
I'm a reporter with the Washington Post.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Good. I'm Aaron Davis.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
So, we,
Sure.
Where are you guys going?
What's that?
Which street?
Thank you very much, so have a great day.
Well, question.
Hey, I'll just invite into... No, I don't think so.
They're running. He's like, we gotta go. He's like, we gotta go.
You guys.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
Well, here's the deal. So the other night, Wednesday night in Virginia, there was a woman who approached...
Do you like our utilizing our techniques? Have you been inspired by Project Veritas?
No, we just wanted to confirm that...
Why are you running?
Jamie Phillips works for Project Veritas. She showed up here this morning.
I think it's really cute that you guys are borrowing our techniques.
Ask. Okay, sure. So yes, this is them. This is him running, sprinting away from Washington Post the second that they get found out. Anyways, now that we all understand how stupid Project Veritas is, let's talk about how horrible the people who work there are, because this could be pretty fun. Outright cruel to his employees, they say. Let's see what happens. The undercover operation run by right-wing operative James O'Keefe is in turmoil, wrecked by unhappy donors and O'Keefe's outright cruel behavior towards his staff, according to an internal memo signed by a third of its... A third? Yo, what? Wait, can I listen to this?
James O'Keefe, outright cruel to Project Veritas employees.
Okay, I don't really like that. It makes it feel like one of those AI generated YouTube videos that you see, like channels pumping out like 1,200 a day. I don't like that. I wish it was one of those things where somebody reads it out. Only if, brother. Working for O'Keefe at Project Veritas can mean being publicly humiliated by him and what amounts to a public crucifixion, and even being required to take lie detector tests. his unhappy employees write in the memo, yo, what the hell? Like, he'll haze you. What do you have to do? Like, run around the office butt ass naked with like a brick of butter shoved up your ass as it like drips out and you have to leave like a snail trail? Like, what is going on? What's happening? Why do you get hazed? They have like lie detectors. That's how does this guy think it? Dude, for somebody who calls himself such an anti-communist, he really is acting like Stalin. That's crazy. No, that's Walsh. You're right. That is Walsh. Walsh did literally do that. I'm sorry. That's where I got that. That's where I got that from. Where he forced his employees to get to pull down his pants so he could tase his butthole. How sad. I would describe Project Veritas' current environment with this saying. What? The beatings will continue until morale improves. Yo, hey, the POV, you work for a conservative. Are these people like make it their lives to hate, to basically like be against workers' rights and be more for like employees' rights and employer rights and companies' rights over like employee rights and workers and working class rights? You know, it's what all of these people support. Like all of the working class like rights that come up, like that come around, like union rights, things along these lines. They always shoot down and call communists or something. And then you're shocked you work for these people and then they treat you like garbage, like disposable trash, while they make it their personality to be a capitalist. Like, come on. What part of capitalism says be nice to your employees because they're good people? What part of capitalism says put like employees over profits? One disgruntled staffer said in a memo, on Monday, Project Veritas staffers presented the nonprofit's board with the document covering his behavior, saying that they were troubled and frustrated by O'Keefe's management style. Later that day, the board voted to reinstate 2 executives O'Keefe had fired earlier this week. Now, remember we talked about in this remember we talked about here how they reinstated people fired by O'Keefe? It's all coming back together. This is what happened. We're putting the pieces together, and I gotta tell you, it's quite an ugly puzzle. While O'Keefe went on paid leave, James will be taking a few weeks of well-deserved paid time off, and there it is. And now we got the timeline all together. He abuses his employees, and then it was so bad they had to remove him. So let's see what they found. O'Keefe didn't respond to requests for comment, as expected. The internal decision comes as Project Veritas faces a number of threats, including an FBI investigation and an ex-employee's lawsuit alleging O'Keefe oversaw, oh my gosh. Oh geez, I know this word, why can't I say it? Ruckus? Raucous sexually charged workplace. My dude thought he was working for Activision Blizzard. Wait a second, did he take the girls, was he drinking the girls' breast milk there too? Why can't these people be normal? Treat women with respect, challenge impossible difficulty with at least 1 drug overdose. What? Wait. Somebody OD'd in the office? I knew to have political opinions like them that they must have been on crack, but I didn't think it was serious. Wait. They OD'd and pooped on the floor? Ex-Veritas staffer claims James O'Keefe's party guest pooped on the floor. They OD'd and pooped on the floor? Wait, did they invite our girl, Caitlin Bennett? What in the world happened? What happened? Antoinetta Zapier had unusual responsibilities. She claimed she would be woken up in the middle of the night because Project Veritas founder O'Keefe had lost his apartment keys or asked to fake O'Keefe's signature into thousands of copies on his book. Oh, fraud. I love fraud. After donors had paid $200 to receive signed copies. Look like I'm still doing fraud. I love it, dude. It's crazy. Dude, some people don't know that fraud really exists until it happens to them. Some people don't know if scams really exist until it happens to them. I swear. Some people only learn the hard way. In a lawsuit filed, Zapier alleged that her duties at Project Veritas extended to a particular debauched boat party. Not debauchery. Debauched boat party for young Republicans. Yo, do you think Christian Walker knows about this? You think he's got some sauce on this? He's got the deets. He's got the tea that he's holding off. He's got on the back burner. Attendees, plural. Wait, was it multiple? Wait, guests? Wait, I didn't even notice this. Wait, multiple guests shit on the floor? Wait. Wait. What are you putting in the punch? Why is there more than one? Wait, what's happening? One more sentence. Give me a second. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, wait a second. Debauch party for young Republicans. After buying hundreds of dollars worth of alcohol for the party, Zappy alleged she was left frantically purchasing cleanup supplies when attendances defecated on the floor. Yo, what's happening? She's the designated driver, the alcohol buyer, and the poop and the janitor, the poop scooper. She had to get like that doggy poop scoop thing, you know, the thing that you like squeeze and it opens up as like a claw and it like kind of scoops up the poop and it claws it up and you have to like dump it. Holy crap. She has to walk around with that little like bandolier, like plastic bag poop pickup where she has to like put it over her hand to pick up the poop and then turn it inside out and tie it off. That's crazy. I knew these people were animals, but I didn't think they lived in a barn like this. This is crazy. What in the world? Yeah, make the woman the poop scooper. This woman does not get paid enough. I hope she wasn't paid at all because she doesn't deserve it. She works for Project Veritas. I hope her life was terrible while she worked there. Personally, I hope it was awful. I hope she'll never get reimbursed for the money that she spent and she'll never forget what happened. Some people, why I oughta? An actual shithole. The boat excrement scene is just one of the incidents alleged in the federal lawsuit Zapier filed on Sunday against Project Veritas. Allegations which would also include abortion, near fatal drug overdoses, pornography, and secret sexual recordings. Okay, I just thought that she cleaned up human feces off of like a boat deck. I didn't think that she was like a victim of revenge porn. I hope that she isn't. She doesn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. I disavow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, very compelling, Mr. O'Keefe. Now please face the wall. Portray a conservative group running out of control under O'Keefe's leadership. It's like Animal House, said Zapier to the attorney. Zapier was fired from Project Veritas in 2022. Her lawsuit claims she was fired after rejecting sexual advances from Project Veritas field director Michael Spandone, who she claims also sexually assaulted her. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is what these guys do. This is not out of the ordinary. This happens in like high up places. How many stories have we covered of like literally this, right? I feel like we've covered this story like so many times, like over and over and over again. This isn't, I feel like I've seen this so much of this exact same story of woman tries to be a professional. She gets hit on. She wants to, you know, do her job and not like suck your dick. And so instead they just like abuse her, assault her or something, and then fire her for speaking out. So she can't like talk to the company and she'll be like too ashamed to like speak back up and like stand up for herself. It's sad. It's disgusting. Really. Project Veritas, but like it's not really surprising that these people are like rapists, okay? Like, I mean, come on, it's Project Veritas. Let's be honest here. No one should be surprised. I'm surprised and I know I shouldn't be. They've encouraged a culture of employees sleeping with each other and constantly drinking, using drugs, and partying together. Man, that's crazy. The Daily Beast sent Project Veritas a list of Zapier's allegations. Instead of addressing them individually, the group replied with a mass email sent out to the supporters and claimed that Zapier was fired for unprofessional and inappropriate behavior in the workplace. Let me tell you this now. I think that's true. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't think that they're lying. I think that's 100% true, because their organization is so disgusting and misogynist that appropriate behavior for a woman there would be to like shut up and suck their dick, like unironically. And so yeah, I do believe that they think that it was inappropriate behavior to turn down their sexual advances. I do believe that. So if anything here, this is the only thing I've ever seen from Project Veritas where I think they're telling the truth. It shows how disgusting they are as human beings, but you know, at least we're getting some truth, right? Maybe better than nothing. citing a year-old voicemail recording in which Zapier spoke dismissively to a aspiring tipster. Project Veritas has also filed its own lawsuit against Zapier in an attempt to discredit her complaint. They said that they also pointed out the fact that Schwartz once worked as a lawyer for Acorn, the progressive community organizing a group O'Keefe's undercover videos once helped destroy. Very sad. Complicating the fallout over Zapier's firing, Zapier's husband once threatened Project Veritas staffer with a gun, according to the lawsuit, after the staffer insisted on taking a shower at Zapier's home. Well, Zapier named a number of Project Veritas employees as witnesses to the perpetrators in the incident mentioned in the lawsuit. The Daily Beast was unable to independently confirm her allegations. What the fuck? They had to... You want to take my blonde-haired Daisy Duke and daughter out on a date? Show me a penis. Like he was walking around with like the pump action shotgun. Like, get out of my house. Quit trying to take a shower in my house. What in the world? I mean, if the allegations that have already been proven, I mean, this isn't that far off. It sounds like something that they do. Remember when Marjorie threatened trans people with her husband shooting them if they like existed near her kids or something? I mean, like, this is something Republicans do. This isn't actually like surprising that they would say this. They've already said it. They say it a lot. The complaint describes a workplace rife with alcohol and drug use and sexual relationships, including one man described as a superior engaging in daytime drinking and sexual activity in the office. He was like coming on the carpet. What in the world? What is happening? What is going on? This is insane. It's crazy. I'm surprised they're able to do anything with a workplace like this, but also I guess like Blizzard was still ticking and making games poorly, but they were doing it while their employees were getting high off of or getting drunk off of like female employees' breast milk. So I can't really say it's that surprising, really. Clarence Thomas special. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? O'Keefe allegedly described a good-looking Project Veritas female agents as pretty young things, or PYTs, and asked his employees to flag private social media messages from women he could respond to them personally. Yo, oh no, he started to work for Project Veritas so he could get dates, so he could get coochie. Man, he's so like girls hate him that much that he had to start his own cringe conservative outlet so he could groom the women who work under him to suck his dick. That's crazy. He disparaged individual women's bodies, describing one woman as like a train and nicknaming her Belle because she was shaped like the Liberty Bell. Damn, she's thick as hell. Wait, what's the problem? Where is she? What's her at? Send her my way. We love our Liberty Bell girls. And also you can't say this about like women in the workplace. You should be fired. Meetings with other Project Veritas employees, even though the audio files featured O'Keefe and the woman discussing their sexual activities. He was sharing softcore porn of his girlfriend, and he was adding it to the company-wide community spank bank. They basically did the Project Veritas thing that they did where they secretly record people. So it didn't like it's not only like political ops that they do this to, it's also their own family and girlfriends they secretly record. And then he baited her into talking about like her coochie or something so he could like add it to the company-wide spank bank and then shared it around with other people who worked at the company, which is insanely disgusting, which is horrible. Zapier claims O'Keefe secretly recorded a phone call with his then girlfriend and their and then talked about their sexual activities and then shared it around the office. Zapier also alleges that the pornography appeared in the Project Veritas offices, albeit sometimes accidentally. They're coomers too. They're like uncontrollable coomers. That's foul. That is disgusting. They're gooners. Dude, what the fuck is happening? This is disgusting, bro. What the hell is happening? The lawsuit also claims that O'Keefe once inadvertently played porn in front of roughly 75 staffers during a presentation. Wait, was he mirroring his phone to a projector? And then he loaded up like his Safari or something? And he's like, oops, sorry guys. It was, sorry guys for showing. And then like freaking like femdom foot job porn was playing. And he's like, oops, sorry guys. Whoops. Sorry, guy. I didn't mean, sorry guys. Whoops. Can you get a death penalty in a lawsuit? Is it possible? Delete the page before the meeting. Yeah, clear your search history before the meeting, or use like a search engine that you don't use to constantly watch porn on. It is unacceptable to accidentally show porn while doing a thing. This is crazy. This is insanity, bro. Howdy, howdy. Hi. Amateurs. Yeah, you need to learn how to hide. That's shameless. What do you guys think? Over under on this being shameless? Do you think this is shameless? Because I personally think this is completely shameless. I know this guy. This fucker ate my birth certificate. Beyond shameless. I wish, bring back, normalize shame. Normalize disliking yourself. Normalize never telling things. Normalize having dark secrets. Normalize there being things that you would never tell a soul. Normalize hiding the evidence to the disgusting things in your past. Normalize never telling a soul about many things. Normalize all of these things. And normalize, and the thing that we need to normalize the most, never doing things that you need to hide necessarily. But not all of us are ready for that conversation. Maybe none of us are. You know how it is. You know how dogs is and all that. Normalize being unhorny on main? Now that's a little too far. I'm not ready for that conversation. Anyways, wait, what happened? Yeah, accidentally showing porn to like, remember how they said like about 75 people work at Project Veritas? Apparently this is a company-wide, this was like a company-wide meeting. Like that's literally everybody who works at Project Veritas sawed his spank bank. That's crazy. They saw the porn he was watching last night, or I guess in the office, in the bathroom, possibly. Zapier also saw pornography on O'Keefe's computer in another incident when she entered his office to put something on his desk. According to a complaint, he's beating his meat at his desk at work. Is that why it's a non-profit? Because they jerk off all the money away? Like, what's happening? What's happening? Just go to the bathroom. Why are you watching it on your desktop at work? My man, please. Please, I'm begging you to put it away. Have some shame. Let's go home. Yeah, it's not like he does work anyways. Leave. And Zapier's telling the unusual activities at Project Veritas weren't limited to its office in New York. She also claimed that the group registered as tax-exempt 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS and rented a corporate apartment and became that became a frat house for drinking, sex, marijuana, and parties. And they even smoke weed? With O'Keefe sometimes appearing there himself. Zapier alleges that the group uncovered operatives nearly died of a drug overdose at the apartment, promoting his boss to question the other Project Veritas employees who witnessed the drug use. I'm like, attempts to rein in Veritas's culture was quickly squashed, according to the lawsuit, when a female attorney, oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, did they really squash it? But then they started off the next sentence is a female said don't do it, so obviously they didn't care. Obviously, listen to a woman challenge impossible difficulty. Couldn't be them, it seems. Wild shit. Anyways, potential human resources violations, including workday drinking and a superior having inappropriate sexual relations with a much younger subordinate. Oh no. O'Keefe allegedly accused her of spying. Yo, dude, what in the world? He spied on his own girlfriend and then shared it. And then she just walks in, sees somebody freaking like dying of an overdose on the floor, and that's spying. I'm losing it, dude. I'm losing it, dude. Humans gonna be humans. O'Keefe replied when confronted about these issues documented by the lawyer. According to Zapier's lawsuit, this was a highly, highly trusted person. Wow. Okay. And just so you know, that's not all of it, because apparently there seems to be more. There seems to be more. I didn't know about the shitting on the floor and the dying of an overdose story. I thought I knew Project Veritas a little bit better than that. It seemed like I was wrong. It seemed that they got a lot of skeletons in their closet and a lot of cocaine as well, I guess. But wait, there's more. Unfortunately, there is more. There is more. Project Veritas has denied breaking any laws in the FBI investigation. In December, the group laid off several staffers. In a memo obtained by the Daily Beast, its founders demanded the alleged abusive treatment of the staff. The founders demanding an allegedly abusive treatment of its staff, even laying out concerns that Project Veritas will soon collapse entirely as donors and employees flee. Let's go! It's never been more over than it is right now, and it's never been more on than it's been right now. W's all around, boys. All you really need to do is wait for conservative movements to destroy themselves because they're inherently incoherent and disgusting. And would you look at that? Now they're just falling apart. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you, YouTube bestie. Thank you, Dylan. W gang, W gang. In the memo, they don't deserve to exist anymore. If these things are anywhere near true, then they need to like go. They need to never they need to never exist. Period. Just because of like their line of work, but they need to like none of these people should ever be allowed to like work in the like have like be over have like support. None of these people should ever be allowed to have subordinates again in their life. That's what I'm saying. That's what they've proven that they can't do it. They've proven that they can't do it, and they must stop. Right? You've made a mistake. Existing. 16 staffers signed their names to the memo, according to the document. James said that's over like somebody quick do the math. What's 16? What percentage is 16 out of 75? What is that? Somebody quick. What's that, like 20% around there? Like around like maybe like 18-20%, something like that, right? While employees signed the names to the memos, James has become drunk with power and a tyrant. They didn't reveal who wrote the individual accounts. The Daily Beast was unable to verify it. It's probably for the best. They wanted like 21.3%. They lost 21% of their of their employees. That's crazy. The memo details a series of bizarre incidents. One in which, in September 2022, not 9/11 month, a trial against a Democratic consulting firm that O'Keefe later lost. New L just dropped. An employee complained that O'Keefe berated them in front of the jurors because he needed something to eat. He was hangry. He threw everybody under the bus because he was hangry. Dude, some boss, bro. That's crazy. They deserved it. They deserved it. Yo, what the fuck? I was yelled at in front of jurors because he was hungry, and then he took the 8-month pregnant woman sandwich. What? What? He stole food from an 8-month deep pregnant lady because he was hangry. These people must have like dropped out of like a freaking Disney XD TV show type of like insane villainy. What do you do next? Push over an old lady trying to cross the road? Cartoonishly bend over a tall tree that a cat is stuck up to like catapult it like across the county? What's next? What's next, huh? What is it? Tell me, is he the type of guy who slides in like sewing needles into like fresh produce at the grocery store? What type of guy is this? Stealing a sandwich from an 8-month pregnant lady? Like, don't pregnant girlies need to like eat every 10 seconds or something? Like at that point, she's eating for 2. Like in the conservative world, like he's literally stealing food out of the mouths of babies. It's just, yo, dude. It's the Blizzard thing all over again. I don't know if it's, well, I guess I can't say that it's worse because somebody killed themselves at Blizzard. Nobody killed themselves yet. Here, I hope no one does. But man, that's pretty bad. That we know of. I guess there may have been somebody like a curious disappearance. Yeah, you think that's it? You think James O'Keefe needs to like consume the sadness in the hearts of his employees, and things were going too well at Project Veritas, so he had to like bring in some darkness to be able to feast off of it? Did he steal breast milk? No breast milk has been stolen yet, but people did shit on the floor, and somebody almost died of an OD. So, you know, crazy. They're like projectile shitting on each other. I'm sorry, but like, I'm not sure if I'll ever recover from this. And then he took the 8-month pregnant woman's sandwich. I can't. I don't know if I can keep going on, guys. I'm gonna need, I can't, Lord forgive me. I don't know if I have the strength for this. They actually shit on the floor. Yeah, multiple of them shit on the floor. As you can see, they multiple guests pooped on the floor in an apartment that they bought an apartment with the money that donors gave them, since they're a non-profit, to buy an apartment to buy a large apartment in New York, and then used it to do like drug parties and debauchery, like sex parties in, and people got like so drunk and so high and so intoxicated that they started, like, multiple of them started shitting on the floor until like the assistant to James O'Keefe had to go around like a dog walker, like a puppy babysitter, and pick up their shit off the floor. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Wait, in another apparent reference to O'Keefe, the staffer complains about employees at Project Veritas getting spat on. He literally is like you'll be, I love my job at Project Veritas, and then he'll look over at your computer, be like, your work is trash. Know your place. He just spits on them. Like if your writing is bad, he's like, he comes to your desk and you're like, please, James, don't. No, please, I tried my best. He's like, get on your knees. He's like, please don't. He's like, you heard me. And the like tears run down their face. They get on their knees. He's like, open your mouth. And they have to like open their mouth, and he like spits into their mouth, and he's like, do better next time. It's just fucking disgusting. How do these people even get to this position? I mean, like, I can't even say that capitalism, of course, it rewards this kind of behavior. Like the stepping on people's throats until you get what you want. Like, of course. This man's a fiend. This man belongs in prison, right? Like, I'm not the only guy who thinks this guy belongs in like federal prison, right? Like, after what I've seen so far, he definitely belongs in prison. Like, especially like secretly recording his girlfriends. Like, yo, you need to be in jail. Can't stop watching porn. Steal sandwich from pregnant lady. Literally spits on people at their desk. Jerks off at his desk. Secretly records girlfriends talking about their sexual experiences, and then uses it as porn, and then records like actual porn secretly, and then shares it amongst the class. Yeah, this is deserving of a healthy prison sentence. A nice long one. Okay. The rule number 1, you can't spit in an employee's face over a tweet. The message reads, "True story." Girl, he is a girl boss. You're right. He is a. You're right. I can't criticize him. Women's Month is next month, and he is a girl. And he is a girl boss. So maybe I need to watch my tongue. Sorry about that, guys. Whoops. The woman's authors describe O'Keefe as a
paranoiac.
Paranoiac. Cool. A paranoiac. He's a super paranoid guy. So fearful of leakers within the organization that he set up at least one mole hunt. Dude, and don't think we don't know how to weed him out. Complete with a private investigators and the lie detector test. Oh, that's why he did the lie detector test. Most staffers were purportedly required to return to the group's New York headquarters for an interview within the investigators and take a polygraph test. If you can't trust your own team, let alone your team leaders, what kind of trust do you have? Describing the lie detector test. Those aren't even real. They're just like for TV. The employees who complained more broadly about O'Keefe's alleged widespread use of verbal abuse. Yo, was he calling people slurs in the office? And public humiliation or face public executions. O'Keefe's hands in front of the donors or other employees. Throughout the memo, O'Keefe is described as berating various employees so strongly that that people witnessed the alleged abuse apologize to O'Keefe's targets later. Holy crap. Apparently the abuse is so bad that people have to like find the person and then apologize for what they said because they were like crying. This guy needs to be in jail. Jail. In one instance, there's more. Dude, I'm so scared every time I read another paragraph in this article where it's like in one instance. Every paragraph that starts with in one instance, you're about to hear the most horrible thing you heard in your entire life happen in a workplace. The employees claim O'Keefe called Project Veritas staffer Spencer Meads, a staffer prominent in the group's FBI raid, and he got his home raided by the FBI, a pussy. Damn, he's never recovering from that. They were raided and James still called Spencer that name. In another anecdote, staffers were so severely verbally attacked by James that the staffers' morale dipped to an all-time low. The memo's authors also raised concerns that O'Keefe used Project Veritas money to promote his own theatrical ambitions. They're all failed artists. Was Hitler the template? Was Hitler the template from failed artists to right wing and insano pipeline? Brandon Straka, that like Brett woman that we saw, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, all of them failed actors. Even Donald Trumperino, failed actors, dude. What in the world? Every time. What was Project Veritas's job even? To secretly record political opponents and then edit together clips of them looking bad and then repost it online. That was the job. That's it. That's all they did. Steven Crowder, yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh my gosh. Wait, I remember this story. I remember this came out like 2 years ago or something. This story, it came out like 2 years ago where he was spending money. He was spending money on like dance videos and music videos for Project Veritas. And it was Cringe. It was like the Oligarchy song that he made and like produced. I didn't know he was using the company funds on that. Were these the girls that he groomed to work for him to be like his fake girlfriends in the studio that he made dance for him? Like, some of you guys don't know about this, but this is really old. This is an old meme, actually.
Just can't believe that my face is on TV. Oligarchy, am I left or right? M-O-G-O-P. Oligarchy.
That to me.
Twitter for defamation.
Project Veritas taken down because they confronted a Facebook executive.
A video like that.
Do I have faith in truth? Do you have faith in me? Oligarchy. It went so hard, dude. Who said that conservatives don't make good art? What in the world? Look at this. This is art right here. Well, at least it's a good joke. Do I have faith in truth? Does truth have faith in me?
James O'Keefe is.
Thank you, James O'Keefe. This shit's crazy.
I can show you a video of CNN doing the exact same thing.
Twitter made factual statements about our client that are false.
Oligarchy, Twitter, CNN, Zuck is working with Dorsey. Oligarchy, give it, make believe.
It's so bad. He really likes Michael Jackson, right? Because he did like it seems like, you know what, this makes a lot, this sounds like a really old Michael Jackson song. Like a little bit, right? It's just like it seems like he's always had a thing for Michael Jackson, and then it like, because he keeps calling like the women who work there like it's Prince Shark. Fuck you. I stand with James O'Keefe. Yeah, buddy, I bet you do. Oily car key. I bet you do, buddy. Wait, do you think we should quote tweet with a headline of Project Veritas employees shitting on the floor? Poo poo on the poo poo, they boom boom, they pant, and they poop on the floor. Let them know. Let them know.
Was that what you wanted them to see?
It's so good. Hit him.
Do you bring lies? Does the bucket
James O'Keefe, who I think is a despicable person.
The judge said.
All right, that's enough of that. Do I have faith in truth? Does truth have faith in me? I shit with Project Veritas. I'm pooping. Honestly, I'm far in. I don't know how to party. Oh, dude, what the hell? I'm losing it. Anyways, that's something. We're not even done yet, partners. We're literally not even done yet. So I hope you're not at your wit's end, because we still gotta cram some more in. We're not done yet. We're almost done. We're not done yet. I am faith in truth, faith in me. They're best known for their undercover stings, but O'Keefe, who performed in High School Musicals, holy shit. He's a failed drama kid. Wait, it all makes sense. Of course he acts like this. He's a failed drama kid. No. He's a failed theater kid and drama kid. Yo, it makes sense. He's a theater kid. Every time. He hasn't let it go. He hasn't grown up. It explains so much. I know. We need the wellness check failed. Yo, we need we need like a service to help failed artists and not fall into this. Oh, dude, what the heck? Okay, let's see. We have to continue on. Yet in the series of musical productions, the group's repertoire, including elaborate Project Veritas experience that involves dancing while wearing a bulletproof vest. In December, Veritas acknowledged improperly giving O'Keefe $20,000 in excess benefits. Huh. Well, he strong-armed the board into giving him more money? That's crazy. To pay for Veritas staff and accompany him to Virginia as he performed in a lead role in the production of the musical Oklahoma. He's just a sad, failed band kid. That's it. He's just a sad, failed theater kid. Holy shit, I didn't know he was still acting. Or like, I didn't know he was still doing performing. Fucking theater kid. This is crazy. Yeah, Project Veritas is completely falling apart. Oklahoma. Not the, it is, no, I'm sorry. Ben Shapiro's the failed band kid. It's different, I'm sorry. In the memo, one employee worried that all the money spent on the musicals risks alienating donors. All of this loser shit. How it handles it makes me very uneasy. The memo reads, in the end, we're in a deficit now. They're in debt. Our fans and potential fans beyond do not respond positively to this stuff. But musicals weren't the only. There's more. I do not have the strength. I do. I want to pretend that I don't have the strength. I do. I'm loving every second of this, if I'm going to be honest with you. But musicals weren't the only thing that were irritating donors. According to the petition, O'Keefe portrayed throughout the document as badgering uncomfortable donors for 5- and 6-figure checks. Other donors didn't like his treatment of his employees, that they said. When a woman O'Keefe had asked $75,000 for, requested a picture of him. According to the memo, he very rudely refused. She was humiliated to the point of tears. Ah, yes, the world's best business strategy. Abuse your abuse your donor. It's the Elon Musk strategy. Abuse the people paying you money until they leave, and that's the correct. I remember I took business. I was majoring business back when I was in college, and I remember in a business 101, that's the first thing that they told us: abuse the people who you rely on to do what you need to do by when they give you money, and that's how the biggest businesses are made. I heard. What a dumbass dude. Now it makes perfect sense why he's getting kicked out. And the funniest thing is, the best thing about it, there is no escape for Project Veritas. There is no escape for them. They can't win. If they keep James O'Keefe, the company will just slowly wither away and die because he's like just killing them. And he's like alienating all their donors. If they kick him, then Conservative Inc. is, and like Trump supporting Conservative Inc. is going to come down and obliterate them, because right now, okay, they're already crafting conspiracy theories about Project Veritas. I'm not sure if you've seen this, but on Twitter, on like back channels, on like other apps. What's that app? Telegram. On like Telegram apps and everything, and Telegram rooms and everything, they're all talking amongst each other. And right now, the conspiracy theory is that James O'Keefe was outed by the board because the board is bought and paid for by Pfizer, the like drug company, Pfizer, J&J, and like 3-letter agents to kick him out so they can destroy Project Veritas from the inside because it does too much good work. It is wild. There is no winning. They can't escape. And it's the best thing ever because they deserve it. They're horrible people who try to ruin people's lives and livelihoods for their own personal gain. They don't care about people. They never have. They never will. And so for this to happen, they've spread so much distrust and so much. Project Veritas is 100% actively, directly responsible to people dying due to the lies that they told, especially all through the scamdemic, as they would like to call it. Get these guys out of here. It is a win-win-win. There is no escape. I actually find it very hard to see where Project Veritas goes from here, because they can't keep him on, because then it's just over. They can't kick him because then it's also over, but from the outside. And all of the employees are literally writing memos to the board telling them that they literally get spat on by him, get recorded having sex, and then have like like revenge porn used against them around the office. He jerks off like a horny teenager at his desk all day, and abuses women, and like has people shit on the floor like dogs. It's what in the world? How do you run a business like that? I'm surprised they've gone this far with still existing. The pockets of their donors that apparently are leaving must be very, very deep for them to be able to keep going like this. This is why they're not like a real business, because there's no way that they'd be able to do this if they had to like actually make money. That's wild. I didn't know about this, but apparently it is common. But apparently you can get gifts for Black History Month. It is one of the best gifts I've ever been given, if I'm going to be honest. One of the best gifts ever. Thanks, James. Very cool. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.